Okay, so we are going to continue with the next part where we are going to code all the other sprites apart from the player. Okay, so firstly, some people asked me when we coded the player last time. So there was one piece of code, 3 lines which I kept separately. Okay, you can delete that. Okay, so that's just an extra line of code. If it's not attached to any of the main blocks, what you can do is you can delete that. Okay, so some people had that query, so I'm just telling you that that is an extra line of code, so you can actually go ahead and delete it. Okay, now let's progress. Now let's create more levels. Okay, so I'm going to the ground sprite and starting to write the code for the ground sprite. So at the beginning of the game, the first thing that needs to come is in the level 1, the ground, the first costume of the ground needs to come. That's what it needs to start with. So I'm going to go and say when green flag clicked. Okay, and then this has to happen forever. So I'm going to bring a forever. I'm going to bring an if then. Okay, actually, okay, in the if then I'm going to say, I'm going to put an operator which is an equal to operator. And then I'm going to say in the variables I already have a level 1. So if level 1 is equal to 1, okay, then this is the ground which needs to show. Okay, so I'm going to go and say here motion, looks, I'm going to say switch costume to, okay, switch costume to level 1. Okay, before I do that, there's one small correction which I need to do in the game. Okay, so if you go to ground, you see that the ground sprite is actually in -12, -32. Okay, we need to actually position it in 0, 0 and then adjust the costume accordingly. Otherwise, what is going to happen is when we are going to code the danger, we are going to get an error here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the costume of the ground sprite. Okay, now I'm going to change the x value to 0 and the y value to 0. Okay, now you see the ground sprite slightly lifts up. Okay, which is okay for me. I don't have any problem if it is looking like this. I'm going to keep it here. Okay, now similarly here also slightly up, but it is okay. Same here also slightly like this, but it is okay. So this is fine. So you position your ground sprite in 0, 0, and then if you have to adjust the position of it on the costume, then you please do it. But for me it's okay. So this is how it's going to be. Now coming back to the code again. We were writing the code on the ground. So we said if level is equal to 1, switch costume to level 1. I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to put here if level is equal to 2. Okay, switch costume to level 2 and duplicate again. If level is equal to 3, then I'm going to switch costume to level 3. Okay, if you have more levels, you'll keep on switching to that particular level for each of the costumes for each of those particular levels. Okay, now when do we change the go to the next level? That's what we need to tell. So for that we need to touch this green flag for it to go to the next level. So let me click on this green flag and then first show it. So now you see it's at a place which is below. Okay, I want it here at the end, not here. So what I'm going to do is after I come here and it should be on this ground level 1, move the green flag and place it exactly at the place that you want. Okay, so see here, this is where I want my green flag, ending position. Okay, so only half the flag is visible, which is okay, but at least if I touch this, I want to end the level. So place it where you like. Okay, now what you do is similar code we are going to put. I'm going to say when green flag clicked, forever, if then, equal to operator, variables, level is equal to 1. Okay, then where should the green flag be? Exactly at the place where we have kept it, right? So we already kept it, so you just go and put a go to. See here, see this go to is not the right number. See, for the green flag it should be 231 minus 37, which is not what it is. So let's just change this. It's 237 minus 37. Okay, this is where it should be. See, now it's correct, perfect. So this is where it should be. Now what I'm also going to do is not only should it be here, should also be shown, right? So I want to show this. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to say show. Okay, go to this place and then show in level 1. Now same green flag, where should it be in level 2? Okay, so if you want to go to level 2, go inside the costume of ground 1, come to level 2. Okay, now you see where the green flag is. Move it and position it exactly. So this will not move unless you stop the script from running. Now you move it. Okay, once you click the red button, it will move. You can place it at the exact point where you want in the second costume. Now you go into next level and go inside the code of next level. Okay, in this you again duplicate this, put it down. Okay, here you see, you say level 2. Okay, now see again this has moved somewhere else because we clicked on level 1. Now again you place it back where you want it. Look at the values. It's 202 minus 32. So I'm going to put that here. If it's level 2, it will go to 202 and it will be minus 32. Okay, now again duplicate. Now tell me something. In the last level, which is level 3, do you want the green flag to show? You don't want, because you want this end game to show instead. So what I'll do is, if it is level 3 or your last level, just delete this and say hide. Okay, now this is done. We have positioned the green flag. Now we have to write the condition. Okay, since the player already has too many codes, I'm going to write the next level condition in the green flag. So what I'm going to say, I'm going to put another one code here, and then one thing, see all the codes, so we are not going to start. We decided in the beginning itself that we'll not start any code with when green flag clicked, if you remember. So here also, I'm not going to start it with when green flag clicked. I'm going to start it with the event when I receive start game. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring another when I receive start game. Okay. And what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to say forever. Okay. I need to if then. Okay, if then I'm going to say operators equal to operator. No, not equal to operator. If I'm going to say if touching player, so which means, am I writing this in ground? Oh, mistake. See here, I've tried it in next level. I'm writing it in ground. Mistake. So remove this. Come to the next level. This is where you should be writing. Okay. I was by mistake writing it in the ground. This code should be in next level. If you have written it in ground, remove it and put it in the next level. Now you see, if touching the mouse pointer, then what should happen? It should increase the level. So go to variables and say change level by 1. Okay. Not only will the level change, will the will the player not start again from the beginning? Okay. So to start the player again from the beginning, what we need to do is, we need to give a broadcast message to the player. Okay, and what is the broadcast message that I'm going to give? I'm going to create a new broadcast message. I'm going to call it reset. Okay, so see here, go to events. Okay, so I come here. I already have created a broadcast message called reset, so I'm going to use it. You can create a new one. Okay, create a broadcast message called reset, choose it and put it here. Put it here. Okay, now come to the player. Okay, now what you need to do is, you need to write a new code in the player. What should happen when we click reset? Okay, so I'm going to say when I receive reset. Okay, what should happen? The player should go to the starting point where the game actually started. So where is that starting point? Let's just go up and see. So see this one. Yeah, see, minus 220, 104 is the starting point. Okay, so I'm going to put the same thing here. So when I reset, the player will go to the starting point, which is, again go to motion, bring this go to, and then you say minus 220, 104. Was it 220? Let's check again. Yeah, it's minus 220, 104. This is what will happen whenever I get a reset command. Okay, now ground is done. I'm next going to the sorry, ground and next level are both done. Now I'm going to the end game. Okay, so end game, it's going to be very similar to the next level. So I'm just going to copy both the codes of next level into the end game. Okay, this one and this one both. Okay, now if I come to end level, now let's check. Okay, this is not got copied, so I'm just going to do it again. Yeah, now it should have. Yeah, see, now I have both the codes. Okay, yeah, so end level, just tell me what should be end level in level 1. Should it show? No, it should not. It should hide. So I'm just going to put here hide. In level 1, this will hide. Okay. In level 2 also, this will hide. In level 3, this should not hide. This should show. Okay, end level should show. And we have to see where it has to show. So I'm going to ground. I'm going to the third costume of the ground. Okay. And what I'm going to do is, here I'm going to manually hide the green flag, which I don't want to see. 1 second. Let me go here, go to the third. Why is it not changing here? Wait. Okay, now let's check. Yeah, see here, if anything wrong, you just click the stop button. Okay, if the code is running, then it's off. Now what you do is hide the green flag because you don't want to see it, but you want to see the end game, so unhide it. Okay, make it seen. And then with your mouse, you drag it and place it exactly at the place that you want. Okay, you can make the size of it 60 if it's not already so it's smaller. And then what you do is, this end game I've placed and noting 220 and minus 44. So I'm going to go to the code, and here I'm going to say, first of all, you show it after going to, so you put a go to here, and it should have the same values. So it should be 220 minus 44. 220 minus 44, and then you are showing this. Okay, so what will happen in the last one? Only the end game will show, the next level will hide. Okay, then I'm saying when I receive start game, forever, if it was, so here, okay, mistake, look at this. In the next level, I put your mouse pointer, it's player. If touching player. Okay, now same here, in the end game also, it's if touching player. Okay, now I don't want the level change by 1. Okay, what I want to do is, this is the end of the game. Okay, so first of all, I have a backdrop called you win, right, which is called a let's see the backdrops. See, if I go into the backdrops, I have 2 of them, gameplay and game over. So I should actually go to the end game, and here I should say switch backdrop to. So go to looks and say switch backdrop to game over, and then you can put a stop all, which is in controls. Okay, so this is going to end my game. Okay, now there's one other small thing which we need to do. We did put a reset code also, right? Yeah, okay, done. Perfect. So this is all done. Now the only thing which you need to do is, we have to draw some dangers. See, now you should actually have a working platformer game. See, this can jump, this can go, and then if it touches, and if it falls down. Okay, so one thing which we also need to do is, we need to write one piece of code here, which I did not show you how to write. So go to the player. What should also happen is, when the player touches anywhere at the bottom, okay, again it has to get reset, right? So one more condition we need to write in the player. So that is, I'm going to say when I receive start game, because that's my event. Okay, when I receive start game. Okay, otherwise what will happen is, if it touches the ground, it's not going to go back. Okay, so I'm going to say when I receive start game, I'm going to put a condition here, forever, if then. Okay, how will I say bottom of the stage? So it's very near to minus 180, right? So I'm going to say less than. Okay, so if the y position, vertical, right? So y position. So if the y position is less than of the player, so less than minus 160, let's put. Okay, less than minus 160, then okay, broadcast reset. Okay, broadcast events, broadcast reset. What this is going to do is, whenever your player, okay, for this one doesn't work, but for this one, so if it goes down, see, goes below 160, it's going to go back again. So it cannot fall down. If it falls down, it's going to reset and go to the beginning of that particular level. See this? Working perfectly. Only thing what we need to do now is add danger, which is the next step that we are going to do. Okay. For danger, okay, the first thing very important for danger is, as I told, the ground should be in 0, 0. Observe that. Okay. Now we are going to put danger per level. Okay, for every level we are going to put danger. So how are we going to do that? First of all, what I'm going to do is, right in the ground itself, I'm going to go to the costume of the ground. So in the level 1 costume of the ground, wherever I want danger, I'm going to go draw it. So it's very simple to draw. Choose any color which is neither the player color nor the end color. So any neutral color. Okay. So in my thing, because the player is red, I cannot put red. So let me choose blue danger. Okay. So this is danger for me. Blue is danger. Okay. You can use any color except for the player or the end button color. So this one, I'm going to say first blue color. I'm going to draw a square like this, and very important, remove the outline. We don't need the outline. Got it? So remove the outline. So it should be a square like this, and then what you're going to do is just go to the reshape tool and make this square pointed like this into a complete triangle. Okay, so now you see you have a triangle. This is my danger. What I'm going to do is, I'm just going to make wherever you want. So for the first one, I just want 2, so I'm going to take 2. I'm going to put the first one here. Okay, and the second one probably I'll just put it here. Okay, so these two places is where I want the danger for the first one. Okay, then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go to level 2. Okay, if you don't want any danger in level 2, you can skip. You don't have to put anything. It's not compulsory to put in every level. Okay, so I'm not going to put any danger in level 2. Let me go to level 3. I'm going to put a danger here. So in the level 3, what I'm going to do, again, you can go and copy paste one triangle because you need it. So just keep it here and then you can drag it wherever you want. So in the level 2, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make it like this. See, so I'm going to make the this one sideways. You can put it like this also. Okay, now again copy. You can make it bigger, smaller, however you like. Turn it. Okay, turn it like this, and then you can put it here. Okay, you can again copy paste it, make it smaller, turn it and put it here. See, now it's really difficult. From here you have to go directly, otherwise you won't get stuck over it. So here I'm going to have 3 dangers. Okay, wherever it touches, you can even put a danger here so that it's not easy to jump. Okay, so even dangers can be in the air, wherever you want. Now the thing is that, look at this very carefully. You put the dangers directly in the ground. Okay, so if you're going to touch the ground sprite, the danger is also a part of ground sprite. So it's not going to understand separately that it's a danger. Okay, so what we need to do is, we need to paint a new sprite. Okay, and this sprite, I'm going to call it danger. Okay, now you might think I've already drawn the danger here. What is the sprite for? Okay, so first thing what we need to do in this danger sprite is create multiple costumes. Okay, so costume 1, I'm going to call it danger 1. Okay, and I have 3 levels. Okay, so 3 ground costumes. So I'm going to make 3 danger costumes. If you just duplicate, you get danger 1, danger 2, danger 3. Okay, now these 3 danger costumes, look at this very carefully. What you have to do is, first this danger costume, you will go and make this 0, 0. Okay, this step is very important. The danger costume, you will go and put it 0, 0. Okay, which is the same as the ground costume. Now what you do is, you go to the ground. Okay, now you go to the level 1 of the ground. Okay, now you have to be in the select tool. Select both these dangers. Hold shift and then click this. Okay, so only the dangers should get selected. None of the platforms. Only the dangers. Now what you do is, click the copy button. Okay, now come to the danger. Go to the first danger, danger 1. Okay, now you paste. Now don't move this. This should not move anywhere. Okay, don't move anywhere. It should just be here. Okay, what has happened is, this is now become a separate sprite, but this will come exactly where the position where you want. Okay, to choose the position only, you made it in the ground and then you are transferring it to a separate one. Now after putting it here, go to the ground and here you can delete. Okay, now for the second one, there is no danger, so you don't have to copy anything. Now for level 3, you have 1, 2, 3 dangers. So 1, hold the shift key, 2 and then 3. So now you see 3 dangers selected, copy. Okay, now go to the danger. Where will you paste this? In costume 2, in costume 2 or in costume 3? You have to paste it in costume 3. Costume 2 does not have danger in the ground, so here also it should be empty. You should not put this in costume 2. You should put it in costume 3 because this is the danger for level 3. Now you come and click the paste button. 3 will come. Don't move. Okay, please don't move it anywhere. Just leave it like this. Now go back to the ground, costumes of the ground, and then you can delete it from here. After you put there, you delete it from here. If you don't delete it, then your game will not work. Okay, so you have to delete it in the ground and have it only in the danger. Okay. Now once you do this, so if you go to danger, now you see you have first made 2 dangers, then no danger, then third made 3 dangers. Okay, without changing the position, you should keep it. Now after that, I'm going to write the code for the danger. So the code for the danger is very easy. Where the costume has to show and where it has not. So it is similar to the ground costume. So go to the ground costume, drag the code of the ground costume into the danger. Okay, now here you can say forever if it is level 1, switch costume to. Okay, so this is ground, you have to go to danger. In danger you have to change. So you say when I in level 1 switch costume to, it is danger 1, and in level 2 switch costume to danger 2, and in level 3 switch costume to danger 3. Okay, not only that, if I touch the danger, what has to happen? It has to reset and go in the beginning. Okay, so you already know the code for that. It's very easy. You can just say when I receive start game. Okay, forever. Okay, forever. If touching player, because you're writing in the danger sprite, so you have to put player here. If touching, so it's in sensing. If touching player. Okay, what you need to do, you can put sounds, that's up to you, but you just have to say broadcast reset so that it goes to the beginning of the level. Okay, so see here, broadcast reset. Now let's check. See here. Okay. If I touch the danger, again go back to the starting level. Starting. See. Yeah. See. Now it will go. Okay. Second level. I did not put any danger here, so this costume is blank. Okay. Now third. Little difficult now because of so many dangers. Oh, see, I couldn't even finish. Oh. Yeah, notes. Yeah, perfect. See, now you win. Okay, so this is a complete platformer. You can create as many levels, as many colors, whatever, combinations and permutations you want. But this is how a platformer is done in Scratch. Great.